15 incredible did you know facts that will astonish you. Grapes light on fire in the microwave. Back in 2011, a physicist at the University of Sydney went viral after he placed a grape in the microwave and filmed the fiery aftermath. And oddly enough, scientists couldn't explain the phenomenon until quite recently. A March 2019 study published in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences reported that the fruity fireball occurs as a result of the loose electrons and ions that cluster to form plasma when grapes get hot. There are almost 8 million possible 7-digit phone numbers per area code. Each area code has 792 possible prefixes or NXX codes. For example, NXX4X or 555-1234, explains the Public Utility Commission of Texas. And each NXX has 10,000 possible phone numbers attached to it. So, with a little math, we know that theoretically, there are 7,920,000 possible 7-digit phone numbers in each area code. Obviously, not all of these numbers are put into use. So you don't have to try nearly 8 million numbers if you want to randomly dial a friend who lives nearby. Spaghetto, confetto, and graffito are the singular forms of spaghetti, confetti, and graffiti. Although it might sound a little strange, the word for an individual piece of spaghetti is spaghetto. The same goes for a single piece of confetti, which is confetto, as well as a single piece of graffiti, which is graffito, according to Merriam-Webster. McDonald's once created bubble gum flavored broccoli. McDonald's is always introducing new items for their loyal customers. And obviously, some are more successful than others. But their bubble gum flavored broccoli, which the fast food chain developed in 2014 as a tastier version of the leafy green for children, was a complete failure. McDonald's CEO Don Thompson admitted that kids were confused by the taste. The average mammal takes 21 seconds to empty its bladder. No one will blame you if you've never bothered to time yourself on the toilet. But you may be interested to know that researchers from the Georgia Institute of Technology found that most mammals weighing more than 6 pounds take 21 seconds to pee. According to Live Science, this oddly consistent time is due to the fact that the urethra is appropriately scaled to be a flow-enhancing device. And apparently, the perfectly enhanced flow takes 21 seconds to complete. Chewing gum is banned in Singapore. Along with having laws against spitting and urinating anywhere but in a toilet, which you're then legally obligated to flush if it's a public washroom, Singapore has also banned chewing gum in an effort to keep the city clean and orderly. The ban was established in 1992. In 2004, exceptions were made for therapeutic, dental, or nicotine gums. The average US household has 300,000 things in it. Whether you've been inspired by Marie Kondo or not, you probably still have close to 250,000 items in your home. One report found that the average US house has around 300,000 things in it. Yeah, we like stuff. Lots of stuff. The 1939 novel Gatsby is the longest book ever published that doesn't contain the letter E. Back in 1939, American author Ernest Vincent Wright published Gatsby, a 50,000-word novel that doesn't use the letter E once. What's more, it's not the only novel that ditched the letter. Author Georges Perec also wrote the French-language book La Disparition without the letter E in 1969. That's even more astounding when you consider that E is the most commonly used letter in the English and French language. Lobsters have clear blood. Most of us are well aware that lobster shells change color when exposed to heat, like in a pot of boiling water, for example. But the sea creature's blood is also intriguing. Lobster blood is initially clear and turns blue when it hits oxygen. The first item sold on eBay was a broken laser pointer. Buyer beware, as they say. Thankfully, buyer Mark Fraser was apparently aware of the fact that he was getting a broken laser pointer when he purchased it for $14.83 from eBay's founder Pierre Omidyar in 1995. And for more cool quiz questions to test your friends, Japan is suffering from a ninja shortage. If you ever dreamed of being a ninja, now might be the time to make it a reality. The Japanese city of Iga, which has a rich history of martial arts masters and claims to be the birthplace of the ninja, suffered from a ninja shortage in 2018, despite the fact that they're willing to pay salaries as high as $85,000 for the performative ninjas willing to take on the job of staffing their annual ninja festival. The longest place name in the world is 85 letters long. Unfortunately, this is one of the facts you probably can't repeat to your friends, and that's because it's nearly impossible to pronounce. Tomatohakatinji hangako awatamati chirapikaka pikimaunga horonakupak I when you akata who is in New Zealand and is 85 letters long. There was a prehistoric dragonfly that's wings spanned more than 2 feet. More than 300 million years ago, the Meganeura established itself as the largest known flying insect to ever exist on Earth. The dragonfly-like creature had a wingspan that stretched around 2.5 feet. The bugs were also big enough to hunt prey like frogs and newts, which it could eat with its teeth-like mandibles. Bubble wrap was originally invented as wallpaper. If you can't wait to pop every air-filled pocket the minute you pull a piece of bubble wrap out of a package, can you imagine how irresistible it would be if it were covering your walls? Engineer Al Fielding and Swiss inventor Marc Chavan probably didn't consider that when, in 1957, they invented bubble wrap while trying to create a textured wallpaper by sealing 2 shower curtains together to trap air bubbles. Shakespeare invented more than 1,700 words. Shakespeare wrote some of the most beloved and revered pieces of literature the world has ever known, but in order to craft his plays and poems, he sometimes resorted to making up his own words. In fact, the bard is said to have come up with more than 1,700 words including moonbeam, laughable, eyeball, bump, puking, champion, bedroom, excitement, and zany.